Hi, I'm Cassie Josie, and I decided to do my thematic literature unit on a second grade level. And what we will be covering is contributing historical figures. And what this lesson is going to cover is it's going to teach my second graders how to put life events on a timeline and understand how the past went and how they evolved into the future. And they're also going to be learning how to look up different things from different genres about the past and how different historical figures made contributions to our community, our state, or our nation. And they'll also learn how to find data and about the past and about historical figures and understand what truly a historical figure is. And they'll also be learning how to use pictures and visualizations of what different time periods looked like. And by doing that, they're going to see in which time period their historical figure lived in. So I'm doing second grade, and the name of my lesson plan is Contributing Historical Figures. And I really wanted to touch base on people that created things for our times that in today's world we couldn't really function without them. So I chose to let my children in my class pick names from a hat, and I picked the historical figures. Now you can do it two ways. You can let them pick a historical figure, or in my lesson, I chose to pick the historical figures and then they got to choose from a hat which one they would do. And I decided to do different inventors from the past. I thought that would be neat to let kids really see what the past times looked like and how these different inventors found ways to make America better and our world better by finding ways to, invent different things that we use today, like a light bulb, electricity, phones. It's a really fun project for kids because I think everyone kind of enjoys looking at the past and seeing how things have changed. And then kids get involved with it and they're like, wait a minute. If we didn't have phones, then I couldn't have a cell phone today to play my games on, just different things. They really have fun with this. So my learning target or my learning objectives is students will know how different genres such as history books, biographies, and autobiographies are used to find out information about historical figures. They'll also know how timelines provide detailed information of important past events. They'll be able to make a timeline about the details of the historical figure's life events. They'll understand that historical events are led by important figures that set a course to change our history. And they will also be able to use historical information, photos, and other documents to investigate the past to see how it differs from our society today. With this project, I decided to stretch my lesson into a 7-day lesson plan. And on day 1, I'm going to have the kids come into the classroom. I'm going to start the unit off by asking them, what is a historical figure? And by this, I'm assessing to see which children know already what a historical figure is and which ones I'm going to have to kind of watch to see if they develop the understanding of what a historical figure is. We're going to have a journal entry about what a historical figure is, and we're going to just have a class discussion after they write, and they can raise their hands and give me their definition of what they think a historical figure is. After that, I'm going to read the book Abe Lincoln, A Boy Who Loved Books by Kay Winters. Now, I understand that I'm doing my lesson plans on inventors, but I also want them to know that inventors are not the only ones that are historical figures. That's just what we're doing our project on. So I'm going to give an example of a historical figure by reading this book to them. And then I'm going to let them partner up and brainstorm why they think Abe Lincoln is a historical figure, so that they kind of get more of a feel of what a historical figure is and see if they can identify why he is a historical figure. Then I'm going to just give a brief outline of what we're going to be doing for the next couple of days involving this lesson. And after that, I'm going to break the kids up into groups of 3 or 4 students, and they're going to get to come up and draw from the hat which historical figure they'll be doing their project on with their group. Day 2, we're going to go over what we did the day before, and I'm going to provide each group with a book about their historical figure. Group 1 will have Thomas Edison, and they'll be reading the book Thomas Edison, Incredible Inventor. Group 2 will have Benjamin Franklin, and they'll read Now and Ben, the Modern Inventions of Benjamin Franklin. Group 3 will read Albert Einstein, On a Beam of Light, A Story of Albert Einstein. Group 4 will have Alexander Graham Bell, and they will read Alexander Graham Bell. Group 5 will have Samuel Morse, and they'll read Samuel Morse and the Telegraph. After they get their book, I'm going to give each group a topic to, they'll all have all 4 of the topics, but each member in the group is going to have their own topic that they have to find the information on to contribute to their group project. That way, there's independent learning going on and group learning going on, so that one member doesn't do all of the project and one child just sits back and watches. I want each child to get an understanding and know how to do this project, so each child will have certain questions that they have to answer on their PowerPoint slide. And then we'll use the Google Slides to do this. So then after they all create their slides, they can share them with their other group members and create one presentation. So the first topic that will be given to a child in the groups is the introduction page. And I want to know, who is the historical figure? Where are they from? Do they have an education? And just tell a little bit about their family. Then the second child will have, when were they born? In what year did the historical figure become noticed? And when was their death? Then another child will have the contributions page, which is, why is the historical figure famous? Why did they invent, or what did they invent? And how does it provide for our country? Then the last topic will be then and now page, and that's where I want the child to compare the historical figure's life to the student's life now, and how would it be different if this historical figure did not exist. Now, some of the pages are going to be a little bit tougher than others, so I'm going to match the groups up and their topics to their reading levels, and so that my lower kids can participate and find their information and it not be difficult on them. And then my AIG children can have the more in-depth pages so that they're all on their correct levels while they're still doing the project together, so I don't have to put high kids together, low kids together. They're all going to have the same kind of projects, just each child will have something different. So then over the next couple of days, they're going to be working on these projects. And one day, we're just going to go to the library. They're going to do their slides. Then the next day, they'll add their photos and make the slides come more alive. Then they'll print them off after they share them with their whole group. And the groups will come back together and they'll practice their presentations. And then on the final day, I'm going to invite parents, visitors, other members in the school, other students to come into the classroom And the kids will actually get to present their presentations on their historical figure. And they're also allowed to dress up and use any kind of props. So I'm really hoping that this lesson plan gets the kids involved and they learn and have fun while they're doing it. So that's my lesson plan. Thank you.